Even navigators like Amanazako may automatically accompany you or leave depending on the progress of the story. Demons marked with that face on the map can join you on their journey as navigators. I'm never using Amanazako as a navigator unless the game forces me to. Moving on. Oh, a terminal from every other SMT game.
This is Aogami from the Bethel Japanese branch. Do you copy?
Aogami? Isn't the unit from way back when?
I have successfully reactivated, returning to base.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna have to report this, but you're clear to come through. Touching the terminal should bring you straight here.
Looks like we'll be able to head back to the Tokyo we call home.
We've arrived.
Is this? Are we back in Tokyo?
Yes. This is Join University's medical research lab. We came here through the Bethel terminal.
That form just now. Explain yourself.
Archangel Abdiel.
Bethel's voice of the Seraphim Archangel?
Am I to understand you went against the condemnation? Answer, boy. Bethel will have no mercy for one who violates the will of God.
Wait! Master Abdiel! I don't know what led to this, but he is an innocent bystander. Please forgive him.
The Saint.
Furthermore, we both know God's laws are not so easily broken. Unbreakable, even.
Then, how would you account for this?
Allow the Japanese branch to look into it. Though, what I can tell you is that this is the one they lost all those years ago. Respectfully, Master Abdiel, I heard you were in command at the time. In which case, I would have imagined you'd be elated by the return of your subordinate, not angered by it.
Very well. However, I am placing full responsibility on the Japanese branch to investigate.
Man, talk about scary. What's up with her?
So that's the Archangel in charge of headquarters.
I was starting to worry about all of you. Nevertheless, welcome back. I think an explanation is in order. Would you mind joining me in the meeting room?
I got nothing better to do. The Bethel Japanese branch is based in Join University's medical research lab, where a device known as the terminal can be found. Terminals have been found, functionality, yada yada, let them found. Huh. Yoko left the party, oh no. Hopefully not for long. We're able to go to everything. We don't really need to right now. Let's just, actually wait, let's take out, let's put someone in place of Yoko. I should recover the Nahobino, actually. At the very least. Let's just keep moving on with the story and see what happens with these cutscenes. Hopefully we get some changes coming up for the Canon of Vengeance. Just got to go to the meeting room where Taya was waiting.
Now, where do I start? Oh, but first, who are you? Your uniform is from St. Marina Girls High School, right?
I'm Yoko Hiromine. For personal reasons, I'm not actually attending school right now.
We met her in this version of Tokyo that looked like a wasteland. She helped us when we were attacked by a demon. Oh, I should probably mention that I'm working with the Bethel Japanese branch, and I have the power to fight demons. But how are you able to fight against them?
I've possessed this strange power for a long time. Some have even called me a saint. My potential was even recognized at school, and I was taught how to exorcise demons.
Learned at school, huh? Fascinating.
I'm the same way, Hiromine. I've had spiritual powers ever since I was little, and everyone at Bethel calls me the saint. I'm using my abilities to work with the Japanese branch, just like Atsuta. But never mind that for now. I should explain about that world of demons you saw. If I told you the Tokyo you'd been living in this whole time was a lie, would you believe me?
I played Star Ocean 3. I think that speaks for itself.
Huh?
18 years ago, something happened in the Chiyoda ward of Tokyo that suddenly erased the city from the rest of Japan. Its population of over 10 million people was wiped out in a matter of minutes, lost to the netherworld.
What are you talking about, Isonokami? We've been living in Tokyo as far as I can tell. You want to try explaining that?
The Tokyo you're referring to is an act of God. Through his miracle, Tokyo and its people were perfectly recreated. No one suspected a thing.
An act of God. 18 years ago.
You mean everything up until now? It's all been fake?
That's impossible.
The real Tokyo has been completely overrun by demons. As if one Tokyo wasn't enough, the demons now covet the other, and all for our souls.
Though we are few, that is what the Bethel Japanese branch fights to protect. I hope the Saint has cleared things up for you. Apologies for dragging you into this.
Hey, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
My name is Koshimizu. I'm in charge here, in addition to being Japan's Prime Minister.
I know a thing or two about prime ministers.
Wait, as in Director Koshimizu? One of the top-ranking officials in the Japanese branch? He and the Prime Minister are the same person?
Indeed. Glad to see you made it back in one piece, Atsuta. Now that you've been made aware of what happened to the real Tokyo, it's best I enlighten you as to the true state of the world. To put it plainly, the forces of order and chaos are currently clashing behind the scenes, locked in an ongoing battle unbeknownst to mankind. Demons seek human souls. If given the chance, they would flood the real world in an instant. They are extremely dangerous. That's why Bethel, Japan is dedicated to protecting Tokyo and keeping the demons at bay. The demons are relentless, however, and the unfortunate truth of the matter is that we're woefully lacking in manpower. In fact, Bethel's strength is so short of the mark, we've been forced to rely on students such as Isonokami and Atsuta for help. I heard the report. So, you're a demon exorcist from St. Marina Girls High School. That place is HQ's jurisdiction, but I'll put in a word. Could I ask for your strength in service of Tokyo?
No way. Is that something I could help with too, Mr. Prime Minister?
You mean protecting Tokyo?
Yeah, I'll do whatever I can.
Does I?
Look, I'm borderline useless at school, and I'm always making trouble for other people.
Some might call you a sucker, according to your hat.
But even a guy like me wants to be someone people can turn to. Just like the honor students.
Thank you. I admire your courage. I've heard about you. So you fused with Algami, is that it? I'll be asking for your cooperation as well. Sorry, but I won't take no for an answer.
Rude. Yeah, whatever.
Good to see you're on our side. You as well, Hiromine. Would you lend us your demon exorcising abilities?
If I can operate alongside him, then I'll do it.
I have no objections. Thank you for your assistance.
I'm thankful the Proto-Fiend returned safely, though I've never heard of it fusing with a human before.
I played a role in Algami's creation myself. I'll be running a variety of tests later. Algami, I'd like to examine your memory data. Make your way to the research facility later today.
Understood.
I'll visit with the rest of you some other time. For now, I want you to go home and get some rest.
Sir!
And lastly, Yuzuru Atsuta. Well done in coming back unharmed. Your summoning skills must have improved. I'll be sure to grant you an even stronger demon companion next time.
Thank you, sir.
I really like this setup about like the Tokyo being a fake and they like re-simulated it. It's a really neat story angle. Again, I think the lore and the story setup in SMT5 is pretty awesome, which is mostly why I was disappointed when the ending wasn't as good, or the climax,
I'm glad we're both
second
all right.
half.
Let's work together to keep Tokyo safe.
I did not think that was going to be voice acted.
Dude, I get to protect Tokyo? How cool is that? I'm gonna be fighting alongside all those big names at school. Me? A big reason I don't do all that well in school is because, honestly, I'm just not very confident in myself. Even though my parents aren't divorced, they really don't get along. So I guess I've always just been looking for a way to fix things. But if I side with my dad, my mom gets all pissed. And it's the same for my old man if I ever side with my mom. I don't know what's right anymore. Protecting Tokyo from demons, though? That's gotta be a good thing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
What a bind you're in.
I should apologize for hiding the fact that I was involved with Bethel. I didn't want to get you involved, but I also didn't think the situation would become as dire as it is now.
Fair. This isn't voiced. I'm glad to see you have all returned safely. I see Aogami has come back as well. Unexpected, but fortunate nonetheless. I'll make arrangements so that you and the others may be granted entry here as members of Bethel. That will allow you access to the terminal and use the virtual trainer. Virtual trainer devices at the Tokyo Diet Building in the Netherworld. I believe you've been there before. I'll also have a miniature terminal installed in your room at the dorm. You're free to use it as you wish. That's all. You should take it easy and rest up for today. I don't remember if this this feels like a new thing. The virtual trainer allows you to challenge past foes in either a single fight or a series of battles. And taking on the series of battles is an optional challenge mode where enemies will grow stronger each time you defeat them. Regardless of the kind of battle, defeat will still result in a game over. Virtual trainer sequence Minato battles now available. I think that's new. I don't remember such a thing like that in the OG.
So this is the Bethel Japanese branch. It looks like we really are back in Tokyo. I'm relieved we were able to escape the Netherworld. Thank you.
We should probably head back. We've got school tomorrow. Speaking of which, what about her?
I should get going as well. I'll see you later.
One more personal conversation? Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for returning Aogami to us. For the time being, you should return to your usual school life. Not school. This ain't no time for school. Oh, hello. You have a quest for me? Oh, this is probably the DLC quest, I think. Maybe.
Hello.
You're Kurigane, right? I'm a researcher with Bethel. Pleased to meet you. Speaking of which, have you been using essences? There's a lot we don't understand about them, but it's undeniable that they're useful. You know, would it still be possible if you could use a skill like Mahama? Never mind, this is not for DLC. At present, you're really the only one who can make use of essences. You'd be doing a huge favor. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, this will be a big help. I want to investigate the effects of essences on the users. Alright, so I just need to have Mahama on the main character. Any others? Alright. This just loops. Add-on content Sakura Cinders of the East is now accessible. You do speak to the researcher to get those quests. Can I get Mahama just like right now?
To the...
Do I even have an essence for that?
Are you...
Not like we need fire breath anymore. Yeah, perfect. I can just use your essence.
How...
Easy.
We're
There you go.
Hello.
Ah, Kurigane, have you learned
That's
Mahama?
amazing.
Then I'll get started on gathering data from both of you right away. Treacherous neutral parapath. Hurry up. Was nothing. Jockey and Wilder. Press turn icon consumption is reduced by half for all allies for 1 turn. That sounds fun.
Oh, this
I see. Well. I got more data than I could have ever imagined. What we call demons are concepts deeply rooted in particular cultural qualities and language systems. While there are examples over the course of history of multiple deities combining or separating, it's thought to be impossible for completely unrelated demons to share specific mythological characteristics. Yet you're able to contract such characteristics from others perfectly. Well, it's a feat truly beyond human understanding. You really are different from other demons. Speaking of unbelievable discoveries, I've heard that proto-fiends like Aogami were mass-produced purely for combat, but this data seems to suggest otherwise. What do you mean? The design's far too complex. Seems like the premise of the proto-fiend wasn't to fight, but rather to merge with humans. I wasn't aware of such intentions. I recall hearing that there are essences of former Aogami-type units scattered throughout the netherworld. It could be there's a power of the Aogami-type unit within those essences that we don't even know about. It'd probably be a good idea to find as many as you can. Yeah, okay.
That reminds me.
I recall hearing that there are essences of former Aogami-type units scattered throughout the netherworld. It could be there's a power of the Aogami-type unit within those essences that we don't even know about. It'd be a good idea to find as many as you can. Alright. Oh, you're always gonna have this new dialogue. Actually, no, never mind. In the case of a proto-fiend like Aogami, I guess it's more like different serial numbers. It's offshoots of the spirits. Different versions of Aogami-type units excel at different things. Type 2 with recovery, Type 5... Oh, I never realized that. Production of the Aogami model stopped quite a while ago. Okay. Cool. Up a save real quick. Did you know that there's a renowned research lab nearby? Oh, and the hospital attached to it is equally illustrious. I've heard the Prime Minister has been visiting the place quite often lately. You don't think he's sick, do you? I hope he's alright. Hee-ho, can you see me, ho? I fell into the dimensional chasm. It's a Jack Frost. There are humans everywhere. It's terrifying. I'm gonna go home to my Tokyo. Poor little guy. Hey, a Joe in uniform. There's a lot of high schools around here, but I never actually talked with Joe and students before. The dormant station are in the other direction, so I don't come this way often. I'm not talking to all these people. It's too much work. I'm down for talking to some people, but like we don't need to talk to like every single NPC. My pop used to always brag about how he was the fella who painted the top of the Tokyo Tower. He's long since passed away, but we had a window in our house where you could see the far off tower. He would just look and smile. I'm just seeing if there's anyone else right now. I wish I could like zoom out the map.